Some families who are facing desperate times and having trouble paying for gas and food are getting some help from bikers. Paula Walters tells us how this year an annual benefit truly is a blessing for many struggling to make ends meet.
Each year, the official start of biker season is kicked off with the Lake City Choppers' annual Blessing of the Bikes ride. But this year, the ride also kicked off a fundraiser for a local food shelf in desperate need of both food and money. Like several other organizations throughout Clinton, Essex, and Franklin counties, the Interfaith Food Shelf is a non-profit organization dealing with a major issue: less food and more families in need. The steadily rising gas prices are not only forcing people to pay more at the pump, but also forcing them to pay more for food, sending more and more families to local food shelves.
Well, of course, we've seen the numbers increase a lot over these 20 years. We have to limit people, unfortunately, to 6 times per year. And we don't like to do that, but we found we had to. We have increased, however, the amount of food given out. We used to give out a 2-day supply of food, and now we give out a 3-day supply of food. So we're trying to help people over the crisis that they find themselves in.
And because more families are asking for help these days, they're finding it harder to give to local pantries, creating new obstacles for Crawford and volunteers on a daily basis.
The basic challenge is just to keep our shelves stocked at this point. We did have a gentleman in recently who, on his way out the door, turned around and came back, and he said, "You know, I used to contribute to this food shelf, and now I find myself in a situation where I need help." And he was very grateful that we were here. If they need assistance, we're here to help. It's hard enough for people to come and ask for help without having to do all that regulations that some of the other agencies have to have.
The food shelf remains open with the help of local businesses who donate both food and money.
I think it's just wonderful that the community supports us in our goal, and we couldn't do it without the community behind us. Price Chopper donates baked goods from their in-house bakery. Stewart Shops have been very good to us with bread from their stores. And Big M also gives us baked goods from their in-store bakery. It might not seem much, but every little bit really does make a difference for the families of the North Country.
Another business helping out is Lake City Choppers.
We certainly try to choose charities that all of the money goes to actually benefit the charity and not to administration. We try not to cover expenses with that money. We try to make sure that it all goes to, for example, the Children's Hospital to benefit the kids' programs at the Children's Hospital. And the Interfaith Food Shelf, nobody gets paid there. The money goes to actually provide food to hungry families. So,
Casey Spiegel is the owner.
There's certainly a lot of ideas that people have about bikers. The reality is that they're finding a way to enjoy a hobby that also helps other people. They have the camaraderie of getting together and riding on a weekend or on a weekday night together, and hopefully doing something good and raising some money for a nice local cause.
I've been down the road where a food shelf helped me, so to be able to give my time and energy and resources to a charity that pays back to the community like that, Interfaith is just that.
And according to Spiegel, the ride and the benefit seem to grow year after year, attracting bikers from as far away as Montreal and Albany.
The Blessing of the Bikes is a great ride. It kind of kicks off the season for us. We set up registration points, and people from all over arrive at the Crate Center. We collect dues for the ride at that point. You pay as a rider, and you also pay as a driver of the bike. We meet up here at the shop. We ride up to Lake Placid, meet at the ski center, and then we meet with another group. We move from the ski center. We ride up the backside of the mountain, through the castle. As you ride through the courtyard and out of the arches, the priests bless you, and there's pictures taken there.
A crew of middle-aged guys like me showing up on bikes that are doing something harmless, like riding to the top of the mountain in the rain. That's good stuff. And anything you do for these guys is great. I mean, they help so many people.
Well, I know at this time with the economy and the way it is, that there's a lot of people out there that need help, and what better way to do it. it's a good feeling.
And if you missed this ride, you can take part in the Jeff Wyand Miracle Ride, August 17th in Ross's Point, New York, where over 1,200 bikers are expected to show up. And I just might be one of them.